people like me and like people in the audience, people in our audience at home, hum these tunes morning, noon, and night. We annoy our neighbors because we play the tapes so loudly, whatever. Are these songs always swirling around in your mind too? Because they are haunting. They're so beautiful. They do stay with you.
Yes, they do. I find different parts of the show go through my head constantly. But I've made albums now, so I've got albums on CBS album called Songs from Stage and Screen. And I've done that, so I have other shows that go through my head as well, yes.
And you have yet a newer album.
A newer album coming out in about 3 weeks' time called With Love, and that's available in England at the moment, but it's not here, and that's a step on from the first one, hopefully.
And your hands are just, my mother said this morning on the phone, his whole body is his music. His hands, they're just, and that's what so many of us were saying when we knew you were coming on the show. It's his hands, the way he uses his body and everything becomes one.
Michael.
Oh my God. Well, now you're going to... I'm sorry.
Michael, do me a favor. Here, would you touch Tony? Just touch here, just here. One more. I know I'm asking a lot. Can you kind of reach over like that, like in that scene? Just for a moment.
Oh,
just,
I really...
Boy, wait a minute. Have you been on an elephant lately? Were you? Was it you?
That was me.
How brave.
How nice of you to remember.
You were very, very brave.
You do say the sweetest things,
But
Michael.
that was very high.
Yes.
No, the only reason I was on an elephant once, and I smelled of an elephant for days and days. In fact, this was 2 years ago.
I know we kind of. I'm going to steal an extra minute here or so. The glare of publicity has been pretty bright here in town for you. There have also been things written about you that evidently are not true, have nothing to do with truth or reality. I don't even want to get into the specifics, but how do you deal with that kind of gossip swirling around you?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
No, I don't. I mean, if something in your life is so, then fine. If it isn't so, I don't understand why, but
Do you take it as going with the territory, having things written about you?
yes. You're referring to something about I'm having a relationship with a lady.
Yes.
Oh, well, yes.
Well, I just read
but
in the
this
paper.
lady is a married lady, and
Yes.
the poor woman I will not name because it must have been got out enough. But I've never even met her. So, I mean, this is...
But nevertheless, you're having an affair with her,
Yes.
even though you've never met her.
Yes, well, I've got large hands, so they're long distance.
There are lots of women out there who are having affairs with you in their hearts.
In your heart.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and you have been a real gentleman about it in your response to it, both here and in the press. Now, the 1,000th performance, who would have thunk it? 1,000 times going out and do the Phantom. Does it seem like only yesterday, or does it feel like that long?
No, it does seem like only yesterday, and I was asked on an interview the other day, well, will I be glad that I'll never have to go through the hour and a half and the torture taking the makeup off. And I truly will be so sad to say goodbye to him. I'll miss him because he's been such a big part of my life, and I hope, in fact, I'll never say goodbye to him because I can take him. He's someone that is very sensitive and very passionate and caring, and it's brought out a lot of emotions in people that I'm pleased that it's brought out from response from both adults and from children, and that's a wonderful thing for him to have done, and I appreciate being part of that.
Michael, I think...
We appreciate you.
I think we can say for everybody here, I think we're all tremendous fans of yours in Phantom. I think we've all become personal fans of yours, too. You're a pretty terrific guy.
That's right.
And we want to wish you happy anniversary, your 1,000th anniversary.
Oh, my!
And you, Michael Crawford, everybody.